what attracted me to the role in the first place was the fact that Maggie Gyllenhaal got in touch with me. So that instantly sort of, pricked up my ears, and because I love her, I think I love watching everything she does. And I hadn't read the book before, so I read Maggie's screenplay of it and loved it. And I think the fact that it was someone I've never played before was appealing, because I'd much rather play something different each time if I can, because it's a little boring to play the same thing again. And yes, and it was definitely something I'd never played before, so that was exciting. I mean, every director is different. There's something extra lovely about a director having been an actor, because they do understand that you need to. I think actors need to feel safe and trusted, and you need to trust who's directing you. It's all about trust, and if you feel safe and secure, you can go anywhere with it. It's hard to explain that, but and Maggie understood that because she knows the feeling. Also, we sort of, for a while, I think Maggie is incredibly clever and very well read, and I only really go from the gut. I'm not very well read, and for a while she was giving me some literary references which I had no idea about, and eventually she worked me out very, very quickly, and then we totally understood each other, and she spoke to me in a way which is what a great director can do. Is they have to be able to speak in sort of 20 languages almost, to speak to each person differently, and she did that, and I just had a real insight into how she works as an actress as well. She really feels it with her gut, and but she's much more daring than me, I think, and she made me a little braver than I would normally be. I think that's a huge part to do with, Elena, the cinematographer, and Maggie, and how they want to portray it, actually, because even though the camera's quite close, I didn't know how close the lens was. I'm not one of those actors who knows about lenses. So it was only when I saw it, I went, oh, they're really close. But it was their decision that I think helps you see what's going on. I think if, as an actor, you're thinking the right things, I don't think you should be aware of what your face is doing. I think that will trip you up. Just as long as you're feeling the things you're meant to feel, and then you have to rely on the director, the cinematographer, the editor, everyone else to really help you along, to make sure that I think, I mean, if you ask this to 100 actors, you get 100 different answers. I don't know. I didn't try to imagine what would happen visually. If I think too much about it, then I start to get in a muddle. I think it's much better just to feel it. We had far too much fun, I think, because we just got on so well, and there's a huge amount of laughter. Everyone adored each other, and we were very lucky. We were filming during a pretty torrid time for many people. We were filming in a very beautiful place, and we were all in a bubble, so no one was coming in or out of our bubble, so we were allowed to be together, and we were in a very beautiful place. We would swim, after wrap, people could get in that beautiful sea. We were really lucky, and we were aware that we were lucky, and we had a lovely time, and it was a lot of lovely, gentle people, and the Greek crew and the people on the island were lovely, and they welcomed us, and they were lots of the essays. They were so if you had a day off, if you went to stroll around the little town, they'd go, "We were in your film," and it was a beautiful experience. It was 4 weeks of warmth and kindness and loveliness, really, and lots of laughter, and Dag and Paul and Jessie and Dakota and Ollie. Oh, we just had, and Jack, felt a bit like being on holiday, which feels a bit naughty, but it was just lovely. We had such a good time. We didn't really have rehearsals. I prefer not to rehearse. I can't remember if I had this discussion with Maggie or not, but I prefer to Obviously, if you're doing a theatre play, you need a shitload of rehearsals. But for filming, I like to, unless it's a massive fight routine, in which case don't try and wing that. But if, I prefer to just see how it goes. And that's really what we did. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. There weren't any huge sequences or anything. No, it was just sort of, we just trusted each other and went right into it, really. Well, yeah, now it sort of all ties in together. So, although we were in this beautiful location, I did come home and I wanted to film every job on the island of Spetses with that crew. I just sort of, it was October, so it wasn't really hot. It was still really comfortable, and the sea was gorgeous. The people were lovely. That whole process, and the Greek crew, you could hear them playing their guitars long after we'd wrapped and everyone was chatting, and it was such a lovely sort of, well, relaxed, and everyone felt privileged as well because of, as I say, the time we were filming it in. And it's hard to take that away from where we were, from the location of it. So I think those things were all quite intertwined. It felt pretty idyllic. And I was nervous to be anywhere near a swimming costume, particularly in a two-shot with Dakota Johnson, who's hot as hell. So that I had to try not to think about that too much. And I was very grateful for my long overthrown shirts and things. But God, I loved working with Dakota. She was just always so present and really up for it, and no drama, and just my absolute ideal type of actor. She was so receptive to when Maggie would she liked to throw in different things and whisper different things in your ear, and Dakota was totally up for that and present, and so sometimes you get a sort of different reading of the lines come back, which, ooh, how exciting. So we were all sort of on our toes. And then I suppose in the edit, Maggie could choose which way she wanted to go. But Dakota was just a breath of fresh air. She was the sweetest person to work with. Absolutely lovely. And very beautiful, very easy on the eye, so, Challenges-wise, I think I had a pretty easy time of it. I think Jessie had a harder time because working with children who are, I mean, they were incredible, little actors, and when they looked upset and they were acting, they were amazing. But it's heartbreaking to watch a child be upset, and I'm pretty pleased I wasn't there for that. So Jessie did, I think, the most incredible job. I was blown away watching her, but then I always am everything she does. I think I had a pretty easy time of it. I found I had to faint on the beach quite a lot, and that was a hard, pebbly beach. That was quite just bruisey and sore. Apart from that, though, I didn't see it as a challenge. Well, it was a sort of a challenge, but enjoyable. It was exciting. There wasn't a moment when I went, "Oh God, I don't want to do it." I was excited about it all. Well, we didn't see each other's performance. We'd sort of, so we were friends anyway. So we spoke. We're going, what sort of, shall we talk to each other and hear her voice? So we knew she was from Leeds. So she was, so we thought sort of possibly working class, who had, been very bright and had got a good education, or had gone through her education and done it all, and sort of worked her way up. And so we did a sort of very, very mild northern England, just the odd vowel sound, because if someone has gone through university and education, often their accent has changed a lot by the people they've met and everything. So we just decided to try and roughly meet each other on that, do it mildly. And what was lovely, though, is Maggie said it doesn't matter. Also, between a young woman and an older woman, so much happens in your life and changes you. And I love the fact that was, and I think it really works when you watch it, even though we look different. You know, we are obviously different women. It really works that these two women have become, you know, are each other. And I love that Maggie wasn't remotely neurotic about, oh, you must have the same, you know, thing. It was really freeing, actually, lovely, and we just trusted each other, me and Jessie. I think it speaks to many women. You know, when you have those doubts in your head, you think you're a bad person, but just you're not alone. Everybody sometimes go, "This is too much. I can't bear it," and um, and it's whether or not you have the support around you, or you know, you can keep going or not. Just I think just to know it's brave and daring, you know, what Maggie and Elena did, and they wrote about things that are taboo and something that women are scared to say. You don't want to say, I find being a mother really hard, because you're meant to say it's the most fulfilling experience of my life, and it is, and it is for me. But definitely moments when you're exhausted, when you just go, I'd love to just, you know, have an hour on my own. And so what this film says is brave. It speaks to women. It speaks to parents. Actually, it speaks to men and women, I think. And I hope they take away. I think well, I don't know. People will take away what they want to, but I really hope they like it and are moved by it, and I was. And um, yeah, and if they've had those terrifying thoughts, to know that they're not alone. It's okay. No, I'm not really that sort of an actor. I can go in and be there for a bit, but I come straight out and I'm me. So, uh, no, I mean, I really understand what Leda's saying, but also I'm the sort of person I wish I'd had 10 kids. So, in that respect, we are quite different. Yeah, no, I loved being in Leda's head because she's different to me, but I'm very happy to be me.